Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Ben Rider. Today we're testing out the Honda Vision 110 2021 model year. It's brand new, they just got it in, and I guess that's the cheapest offering from Honda from their scooter range, and it has 9 horsepower. Yeah, you cannot really expect very much for that price and for the 9 horsepower. All in all, I think it's okay for the city. You shouldn't really go on the highway, freeway, whatever. It's not really made for that and kind of unstable, although it has fairly big tires, but still it is not really good. You know, since it's so light, you shouldn't really use it at higher speeds. Or I mean, you cannot really do that anyways, but you know, you shouldn't really go on the highway with this little thing. Anyways, let's go to the controls, display and storage space. On the left hand side we have the high beam, low beam switch. We don't have a passing light switch or toggle. We have the horn. We have the left and with the turn signal switch, which after a while it's actually, you have to get used to that as well. It's a little bit different than all the other switches, turn signal switches. On the right hand side we have, where am I here? We have the start stop system for the city. You know, that it turns off the engine when you're stopped before or in front of a traffic light. And we have the starter switch here, throttle and 2 brake levers as well. So this is the ignition switch area. We have a position for the seat, for ignition, for locking the steering, the handlebar, and for opening up the seat here. It is a keyless go system now, so you don't need a key anymore. Well, you still need a key, but an electronic key. Yes, this is the key fob here. We have a bike finder, and we can actually lock the scooter or unlock the scooter if we're actually close to the scooter, in case, you know, we're sitting in a cafe and want to lock it and don't want to watch it all the time. So we have the possibility to lock it nevertheless, and despite the range, you know, or despite the distance to the scooter. So this is basically the key fob. Very simple, fairly small, as you can see. I like it that way. You know, why do they have to be so big when there's only electronics in there? So this is the display, or rather the instrument panel. We don't have very many things to choose from here. We have all the control lights up and on top. We have the speedometer in the middle, and we have a little LCD display down below. But unfortunately, it doesn't help very much because you cannot change anything. It only shows you the total mileage and the fuel level, and that's it. You cannot switch it with any buttons. I have to ask, but I'm sure you cannot switch anything like trip A, trip B, or maybe the fuel consumption, I don't think you can switch it. That's very unfortunate. Why did they actually put this LCD display in there if you cannot see any other data? So storage space wise, we have a little cubby hole in the front which is covered, but it is not lockable, I think. I don't think so. Yeah, it is fairly small. It is fairly small. Here goes my hand here. There you go. We have a hanger here. And we can open up the seat. Let's open up the seat. So this is the seat compartment. It is not too big. They said they made it a little bit bigger. They said 7.7 liters or something, but it's still fairly small. So I think only a jet helmet can fit in there. We also have the fuel here, and that's about it. So that's basically everything. Already very quick little review of the Honda Vision 110 2021. We will go back to the dealer now and I will show you how it rides and how it handles. So stay tuned. Yeah, so we're back with the Honda Vision 110 2021 model. As I said, we will take it back to the dealer now and I will show you how it rides and how it handles. So let's get on the road. So we turn it on, we turn it or push it once and then turn it into the I position for ignition. And we just start it up by pressing and holding the brake lever and pushing the starter button. There we go. Hopefully we will get back to the dealer with this 1 bar of fuel. The start stop is activated. Let's go. Yeah, a little bit windy again today, so you might get a lot of wind noise on my microphone, unfortunately. Brake test, very strong brakes, very good. CBS system, it's not an ABS system, it's called CBS, combined or centralized or combined braking system, whatever. And it distributes the power evenly onto both brakes. The seat is very hard. Yeah, very hard. So you cannot sit on this for a very long time. But you shouldn't. Huh? Although, you know, the range is quite extensive because it doesn't use very much fuel. But I don't really suggest being on that scooter for a longer period of time, because I don't think it's very comfortable. Yeah, the mirrors are okay, motorcycle standard, everything okay quality. You can see everything clearly in the display or in the instrument panel, also no problem there. Unfortunately, as I said, you cannot switch the LCD display to like used consumed fuel or range or something like that. Unfortunately, I don't know why they actually put an LCD display in there if there's no other functionality, you know, which you can switch around, so you constantly see the same data on it. So they could have left it out and could have used the like the old gauges they have used before. Anyways, just my 2 cents. Yeah, but as a small little agile city scooter. Why not? That is pretty nice. You shouldn't really, I don't think, I mean, you can do this of course, but you shouldn't really go into the mountains and stuff like that. It is really just for the city, and you know, you can put a top box on in the rear there, that's no problem, and you can actually go grocery shopping or whatever you want. Yeah, actually, after you get used to this, it really is always the same, you know. At first it feels kind of strange when you sit on a new scooter, especially this teeny tiny one here, which almost weighs nothing. It feels like it weighs 80 kilos or something, but actually I think the weight is 100 kilos, so that's quite amazing. Yeah, the advantage of this one compared to maybe the cheapest Vespa or so is definitely the larger tire size. You know, on the front it is 16-inch. The Vespas I think have 12-inch or so, so it is more stable in the curves with a bigger tire. On the highway, you know, we're at higher speeds, so I say higher speeds on this one, maybe 80 to 90 kilometers an hour. It also gets kind of unstable because it's just too light, you know. I think the front is just too light for this, in this case, and then it's also not so stable anymore. But the tire of course helps a little bit. Yeah, the brake, especially the left, or rather the rear brake, which is the drum brake, feels very soft, but they have a good, they have a good punch. So if you actually press them hard, it is really good stopping power in the end, and they don't lock, you know, at least not for a certain time, you know, they don't lock. Like, go like this, and you know, it's just braking evenly, and there's no slipping, sliding. I actually had this, where was the, oh yeah, yeah, the people will not like this when I say this now. No, the Honda PCX has a drum brake in the rear as well, and does not have ABS there. So this brake here is much better because it does not lock, at least not in the speeds, at the speeds which I'm going here, riding at the moment. It does not lock. And the PCX, when I pressed, you know, I just wanted to try it out, and it keeps constantly locking, and you keep sliding around the corners, and that was really scary. But this one, no problem. So see, I'm pressing really hard on these brakes and nothing happening. They're not slipping, sliding, nothing. It's just great, you know. So CBS much better than ABS with a drum brake in the rear, I'd say. Actually, I think this is actually faster than the Yamaha Delight, because I tried this as well on the Yamaha Delight, and I think it has more horsepower than this one, and I could not even get up to 100. But this one, okay, it's like going downhill a little bit, you know, so you but still, this is faster than the Yamaha Delight. Go figure. So we have maximum power now, but as I said, we're going up a steep hill, and we're going down in speed here quite drastically, as you can see. Only 80. Yeah, so riding comfort, very hard seat. As I said before, nice mirrors, easy readable instrument cluster. We will check out the start stop now. it is actually pretty fast, you know. Some start stop does not turn on quickly, but this is really nice. Works very nice. Okay, now we get the chance to stop and check out the start stop system. It turned off now. Okay, let's see when it turns back on. Okay. It is very, very quick. It is fairly quick off the start, also with the start stop, so I don't have anything to complain about the start stop system. It's very nice. Works like a charm. I'm just saying this because there is a fairly large or big delay on the Piaggio and Vespas, and that's why I'm saying it. Yes, so basically my verdict for this, you have to remember the price, you have to remember what you get for the power, and for this it is actually very nice, you know, the package that you get. I mean, of course it could be a few €100 cheaper, but still in that range it is pretty nice. And if you compare it now to the Yamaha Delight, which has, I think, more power than this one, and this actually is a speedier version of the Yamaha Delight. And I'm not sure about the price of these two, but you know, they are in the same ballpark, in the same area. Anyways, so that's everything about my test ride on the Honda Vision. We're back at the dealer now, 2021 model. Thanks very much for watching. This is Bernard out. Take care. Bye bye.